You are not your hurts. You know, oftentimes it seems like the only way that we know how to deal with our hurt is to let it define us. And that is a cultural response, not a Christian response, because you can become a victim if your past hurts define who you are. And if you're honest, you start to believe that you'll never be more than that. And if you're on the flip side of that, you might be somebody who looks in at victims and thinks, well, they will never be more than that because that's what they let define them. They are victims. And that frustrates you. And that's actually where we find the disciples in John chapter 4, because they walk up on Jesus talking to this Samaritan woman at the well. And man, they feel the same way toward her that we might feel toward those who are victims and let their past hurts define them. We didn't read this part on Sunday in the sermon, but they're just stunned. Like, why would Jesus waste his time on somebody who's so broken like this? To them, she was her hurts. She was her failures. She was her rejection, her shame, whatever it was that had hurt her and how she saw herself. And that's often how we see people, isn't it? Unfortunately. We reduce them to things that hurt them the most. I mean, like their failed marriage or the addiction they have or the loss that they've experienced or the rejection or whatever it might be, maybe even racial prejudices that they've had to endure. And sometimes we can even do that to ourselves, where we let our hurts define us. Like the woman at the well, we start to believe the lie that I am what's been done to me. I am the hurt that I carry. And listen, Jesus doesn't define us by our wounds. Yeah, he names them, yes. He points them out, and he sees them fully. He uncovers them, but then he offers a new healing and a new identity. Where we see hurting and hopelessness, Jesus sees somebody that he can redeem. He sees somebody who is valuable to him. By his wounds, we're healed. We're not defined by ours, we're defined by his. And that's the heart of the gospel, isn't it? Jesus steps into our deepest hurts, not to label us, but to free and heal us. On the cross, he took the ultimate hurt for us so that we could be restored to God when we repent and turn to him in faith. And in Jesus' resurrection, he gives us a new identity. We're loved, we're safe, we're secure, and we're healed by faith. So let me just ask you today, have you been letting your hurt define you? Or have you been letting somebody else's hurt define them in your mind? And Jesus sees more than their hurt or your hurt. So man, turn to him and push others to turn to him. Let him rearrange how we think today about who we are. Now, I hope this helps you as you seek to follow Jesus more faithfully this week. Love y'all.